Hello, so today I'm going to be showing you how to make a Thai curry using the Crockpot Express. This is cooking the easy way. So let's get started. Now when it comes to oils, there's a reason why we would use different oils. The main reason is down to the melting point. This includes the lowest point that it will melt and begin to cook, and the highest point that it will begin to cook. So this means that we have coconut oil, and what coconut oil is pure coconut, pretty much compressed, made into a white paste which will melt at very low temperatures. This is very good for generally cooking at slightly lower temperatures. It's less likely that you would use it for a stir fry where you want very high heating temperatures, but for cooking things like chicken, absolutely perfect, vegetables, absolutely perfect, curry. It might take a little bit longer and it may make it more succulent rather than crisp, and that's why you would choose coconut oil. We now have olive oil. Now olive oil is one of the most popular, probably one of the most common staple oils you can get. This generally is really good for a medium cook. This means that you can use a medium heat, which will cook things to a very succulent, tender finish. And what it means as well is you're less likely to burn things with olive oil. It's less likely to give you a crisp finish. This is probably one of the most versatile oils. It has a slight flavour to it of olives, as this has a slight flavour to it of coconut. You can get refined, which removes the flavour. We then go on to sunflower oil. Now sunflower oil is for generally medium to high heat application. So if you want to cook something at a very high temperature very quickly, then sunflower oil tends to be better for that purpose. Now there is a common belief about the health of oils. Generally you'll find the lower the temperature of the oil, the healthier it is. So coconut oil is very healthy. I would recommend using this all the time that you can. Extra virgin olive oil or virgin olive oil, either or. This is probably one of the most healthy as well. Between them, they are the healthiest oils to use, so I generally advise using these to fry. Sunflower oil is not particularly healthy. Generally you can use a little bit, use it sparingly. It all depends on the temperature that you need to cook, and that's why you have different oils for different purposes. Frying, cooking, searing, depends on the heat that you want to use. So that covers the oil. Today I'm going to be using coconut oil. I prefer coconut oil, it's a healthier choice, and it generally binds well into a curry. Today we have a Thai curry, and this is absolutely perfect for that. Let's make a Thai curry. Here we have garlic powder. This is very finely ground and is dry. We have turmeric powder, again finely ground, dried. We have salt and pepper. We have chicken. We have onions, red onions, generally healthier. They have slightly more colour, slightly more polyphenols, slightly more antioxidants, and the better for you. The more colourful a vegetable is, the better and the more nutritious it generally is. This is frozen garlic defrosted. Originally it was a cube, and that's about a tablespoonful. We have ginger, frozen granulated. We have a can of coconut milk. Now coconut milk is the staple of most curries, and especially Thai, Indonesian curries, it tends to be a firm favourite. We have lime juice. We have fish sauce, which gives a fantastic umami flavour. We have chilli sauce. Now this is sweet Thai chilli, or sweet chilli, which is very nice, slightly sweet, sugary, and contains a mild chilli. We have brown sugar. We then have water. Corn flour for thickening, this comes in at the end. And more coconut milk for including in the sauce. We have a small amount of water here. As and when you fry onions, you can add water which prevents them burning. So we begin by pressing the sear saute mode. That's browning, saute, or sear. So the pan's up to temperature. I have two spatulas here, one's for raw, one's for cooked. So I'm going to begin using the first spatula. and adding approximately 2 tablespoons of coconut oil into the pan. There we go. And that will begin to go from a solid into a liquid very, very quickly. And this is what we can cook our chicken with. So now this is up to temperature, we can add the chicken. Give that a stir. We now have our flavour mixture, so we have our garlic, powdered garlic. We have turmeric. We have salt and pepper. Now, as I mentioned before, coconut oil generally heats at a slightly lower temperature. It's a much healthier option. You generally want to try and cook at lower temperatures where you can. If you cook too high, food can produce something called acrylates, which are slightly carcinogenic and slightly unhealthy for you, and that goes to the high heat, high frying spectrum. If you keep things on low temperature, where you're steaming or low frying, generally it's safer and healthier. You'll also find that the nutritional profile will stay higher, as the more you cook a food, the lower the nutrition becomes. Now the chicken's come up to fully cooked, we can begin to add some more of the ingredients. So we have the onions. Add those so we can fry those off. We have the garlic. We want to add the garlic into here. We then have the ginger. What I love about Thai curry is its intense flavour, the vibes of coconut, the fact that it's so healthy, the fact that it's generally quite simple to make in this way makes it absolutely perfect for a meal, for dinner, for lunch. You can meal prep as well, which is quite good. It means that you can store the food, you can put it in the freezer, you can then reheat it, depending on how you want to, and it gives you that flexibility. Now I'm going to change the spatula over to cooked. It's at this point we want to add the water. This will help the onions and stop them burning, and also begin to make a rich sauce. For the sauce, we now have our fish sauce. We have our lime. And coconut milk. All we need to do now is put the lid on. Don't forget to check to make sure that it's set to locked. That will allow it to pressurise. We then want to stop saute mode and begin manual. So you have two options with the Crockpot Express. You can use the turbo, which cranks up the pressure, which makes it cook faster and generally more at a hotter temperature. This means that it will be more succulent and the chicken will be softer and the flavours will be enhanced. Or you can cook it at a regular, which means that it will cook at the regular temperature. I'm going to use 12 minutes on the express setting. That means it will cook at a slightly higher pressure. and generally it will be slightly softer. So the chicken will be slightly softer, slightly more succulent, because the steaming process is higher and therefore it has a different effect on the food. And this is how I tend to prefer to eat. If you wish to, it just saves about 20 to 30% on the cooking time if you want to have it as is, as normal. So this is just coming up to temperature now. Meanwhile, I can do some cleaning up. So we've got about 7 minutes left on the pressure cooker. What I like to do is use instant microwavable rice. It takes 2 minutes in the microwave and it's a perfect companion to any of the curries that you can make. Here we have a portion of microwavable rice. So we have 10 seconds to go. If you wish to, you can add a towel over the spout. This helps with the steam. And you can also use a spatula to lift and depressurise more quickly. Once it's done cooking, it will automatically set to keep warm. On the keep warm setting, it will keep things hot for up to 4 hours. I'm just going to switch this off. In a moment, the pressure will unlock and you'll hear a click, which will allow us to open the lid. Okay. So, for the next part, we want to add the sweet chilli sauce. The brown sugar, now cornstarch and water tends to be very good at thickening sauces. They're about equal in ratios, 2 tablespoons of corn flour to 2 tablespoons of water. We mix them together and as they mix they create what they call a slurry, and that acts as a thickener. So we can add the thickener and give it a stir. And here we have one Thai curry. So here we have 2 delicious Thai curries. That's absolutely delicious. The flavour of the coconut, the spices, the turmeric, the ginger, the garlic, it all combines so well. So here we have another very simple cooking made easy recipe. This is Thai curry. I hope you enjoyed watching the video as much as I've enjoyed making the video, as much as I've enjoyed eating the food. I hope you're going to enjoy the recipe too. For more recipes just like these and top tips on how to use the Crockpot Express and pressure cookers alike, please like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you again.